Airbus and Boeing have competed in nearly every category over the years, whether down to regional aircraft up to their largest products, and across to military and even space hardware. They've famously been rivals for all to see. Today, we'll compare their long-haul flagship products. From Airbus, the A350XWB, and from Boeing, the 777X. Beginning development in 2004, the A350 is the newest Airbus wide-body clean-sheet design. Originally designed to compete with the Boeing 787 with 3 variants, the aircraft would bridge the production gap at Airbus between the A330 and A380, replacing the fuel-consuming A340. The A350 is Airbus' first wholly 21st century design and incorporates an optimized airframe, utilizing the latest and advanced materials, new aerodynamic designs and engines, and cabin products to produce the best aircraft possible for their customers while not relying on an older design specification. The A350 comes in 2 main variants, the shorter 900 and the longer 1000. Boeing's new flagship, the 777X, is the latest iteration of the 777 family. The 777X improves on the older generation with extensive upgrades to its avionics, cabin, engines, wings, and more. Beneath the surface, the 777X is near enough to a brand new aircraft in comparison to the generation of 777s it's replacing. However, in order for it to remain as part of the same family, terrain design limitations needed to be adhered to. Similarly to Airbus, Boeing's newest flagship was also designed to replace their old 4-engine aircraft, the Boeing 747. It does so by being simply the highest capacity aircraft on sale today. When it comes to listed prices, neither aircraft comes in cheap, reflecting their missions. They're big, expensive planes to fly, flying as many people as possible to expensive global hubs. Starting with the shorter variant of the A350, the A350-900, its listed unit price stands at $317.4 million US, equivalent to approximately 249.4 million pounds or 287.9 million euros. The larger type, the A350-1000, $366.5 million US, equivalent to approximately 344.5 million euros. Going over to Boeing, the 777's list price is shown to be $442 million US, or 403.5 million euros. The less popular and smaller 777-8 is listed at $410.2 million US, or approximately 374.5 million euro. These 2 types are wide-body aircraft with twin aisles and flexible cabins for the best versatility in their class. In a 2-class configuration, the A350-900 has a typical seat capacity of 325 passengers, and the 1000 holds 340 to 410 across 2 classes. By contrast, the larger 777-9 is suggested to hold 400 to 425, reflecting its aspiration to be somewhat of a replacement for the Boeing 747. The smaller 777-8 is advertised to have a capacity of 375 across 2 classes, bringing it more head-to-head with the A350-1000. The A350 is available in 5 current variants, 3 based on the smaller 900 and 2 on the 1000, including base models. The A350 has shown itself to be quite versatile in multiple fields. Most comparable to the Boeing 777-200 and 777-8 families, the base model, the smaller A350-900 variant, stands at 220 feet long and 56 feet tall, with a wingspan of 65 meters. It was designed to hold approximately 325 passengers in a 2-class configuration and 36 LD3 cargo pallets over 8,100 nautical miles, with a maximum takeoff weight of 260 tons, later updated to 280 tons. From this base 900 variant, we can squeeze out 3 sub-variants, the A350-ULR, ACJ, and A350 Regional. The A350-ULR is the far-reaching ultra-long-range variant designed to fly the world's longest routes. The variant comes with expanded fuel tanks and a 280-ton maximum takeoff weight, which later became standard for the A350-900. With increased fuel capacity, the aircraft could stay in the air for 9,700 nautical miles. However, this increased range comes at the trade-off of a passenger capacity to save weight. The ULR is designed to host up to 225 passengers. However, the type's only operator, Singapore Airlines, operates their fleet of 7 examples with just 161 seats set across business class and economy class. Currently, they fly routes such as Singapore to San Francisco, Los Angeles, and famously on the world's longest commercial flight, Singapore to Newark. The ACJ350 is the largest Airbus corporate jet family member, based on the A350 ULR in terms of fuel capacity, but designed for the highest of comfort levels. Instead of being fitted with a passenger cabin, it can play host to meeting rooms, bedrooms, and expansive relaxation spaces, massively saving weight. As a result, the ACJ350 has an outstanding range of 10,800 nautical miles. Currently, there are only 2 ACJ350s in service, which are owned and operated by the Luftwaffe, the German Air Force, for VIP movements. Reports suggest that the ACJ350 would cost nearly $400 million US, fully outfitted with the desired interior. The last variant based on the A350-900 is the A350 Regional. Optimized for high-density, long-haul services, the aircraft has a reduced fuel capacity and a maximum takeoff weight of only 250 tons. It is used by only one operator, Japan Airlines, which ordered the type to replace its aging Boeing 777-200 fleet for domestic services. The airline has fitted its fleet with 369 seats across 3 classes. Most comparable to the 777-300 and 777-9 families, we move to the larger variant of the family, the A350-1000. The aircraft features a lengthened fuselage by 22 feet over the 900 variant. This increases passenger and cargo capacity. For example, French low-cost carrier French B flies the 1000 variant with 480 seats. The type can also carry up to 44 LD3 containers and can fly up to 8,700 nautical miles. Another notable upgrade the 1000 brings to the A350 family is the use of 6-wheeled main landing gear, similar to those used on the Boeing 777, in order to more easily distribute the aircraft's weight. From the 1000, we can arrive at 2 sub-variants, the A350F and another that is still to be named. The A350S will be the purpose-built freighter variant of the type. Featuring a shorter fuselage than the 1000 of 232 feet, the A350F will have the same 6-wheeled main landing gear. This freighter variant will feature a rear cargo door on the aircraft's main deck, in addition to the lower cargo deck. This will give the type a maximum takeoff weight of 319 tons, split across 30 pallets on the main deck and 12 in the lower cargo hold. However, the weight of the cargo will drastically reduce the aircraft's range to just 4,700 nautical miles. No list price has been revealed for the A350F so far. The variant yet to be named is that which is due to be used by Qantas' highly anticipated Project Sunrise, designed to connect long-range destinations such as London or New York with Sydney. Designed to handle a maximum takeoff weight of 319 tons, up from the regular 1000's 316, this variant will feature enlarged fuel tanks, a far reduced capacity of just 238 passengers, to give it a range large enough to cover the 9,180 nautical miles from Sydney to London. Despite this having the hallmarks of an A350-1000 ULR, Airbus has stopped short of renaming this variant as such. Regarding orders, the A350 family has an overall order book of 1,226 units as of January 2024, with the recently scoring an order for 20 A350-1000 from Atlanta-based Delta Airlines. Of these 1,226, Airbus has delivered 585 aircraft across all variants as of late 2023. The Boeing 777X has 4 variants, with a 5th being proposed. Currently, only one type has been built, the 777-9, with the remainder, the shorter 777-8, 777-8F, 777-8BBJ, hypothesized stretch 777-10, all at varying stages of development. We start with the current base model, the 777-9. First taking flight on the 25th of January 2020, the Boeing 777-9 is 252 feet long with a wingspan of 235 feet with wingtips extended, or 213 feet with wingtips folded. The aircraft is designed to carry approximately 426 to 475 passengers and 48 LD containers over a distance of 7,285 nautical miles with a maximum takeoff weight of 358 tons. Over the competition, it holds a greater cargo capacity by 4 LD3 pallets, but loses out to the A350-1000 range by some 1,415 nautical miles. The only other variant of the 777-9 is the 777-9 BBJ, standing for Boeing Business Jet. With a projected range of 11,000 nautical miles and a unit cost of $453.6 million US, this is Boeing's largest business jet. Moving smaller, we reach the 777-8, which proves itself to be more versatile in the number of variants based upon it. With the same wingspan and height as the larger 777-9, the Dash 8 has a shorter fuselage of 232 feet. With this, it is designed to carry 395 passengers across 2 classes and 40 LD3 containers over a distance of 8,730 nautical miles for maximum takeoff weight of 352 tons. It should be noted that these statistics are based on Boeing's projections for the type, as no 777-8 of any variants have yet been produced. However, Boeing still intends to produce 2 additional 777-8 variants besides the original baseline model. The first is the highly anticipated 777-8F, the dedicated freighter variant for the 777-X, replacing the current 777F based on the 777-200LR. Only 13 containers will be able to be held in the lower cargo compartment, but traded off with 31 on the main deck. All this comes at a cost, however, of range. The projected range for the type is 4,410 nautical miles, almost 300 miles less than the competition. No unit cost is yet available for the 777-8F. The last iteration of the 777-8 is the 777-8 BBJ. Little is known about the BBJ yet. However, what is known is that it will likely outperform the A350 owing to its greater cabin size and fuel capacity. The 777-8 BBJ is projected to have a range of 11,645 nautical miles at a cost of $442.8 million US. At the end of 2023, the 777X had massed 453 total orders, most recently from Emirates for 90 airframes at the Dubai Air Show. The 777X program has suffered significant setbacks from Boeing, having to reprioritize resources to more pressing issues in recent years regarding the quality control of other types already in production. Its projected entry into service is now sometime in 2025. From Airbus, the A350 uses variants of the Rolls-Royce Trent XWB, specifically the XWB-75 for the A350-900 and the XWB-97 for the A350-1000, producing 66,600 pounds and 83,100 pounds of thrust, respectively. The differences in variations reflect the differing engine core sizes, reflecting their thrust outputs. It was the latter, the XWB-97, that the Emirates CEO, Sir Tim Clark, expressed displeasure towards regarding the engine's ability to cope in the dusty and hot Dubai environment, leading to more frequent maintenance periods, and is the main reason Emirates has not ordered the A350-1000 yet. The 777X will use General Electric GE9X, the largest jet engine in production. While we do not yet have any real-world operational data for the 777X, it is understood that the 777-9 will burn an average between 2.8 and 2.9 liters of fuel per seat per 1,000 kilometers, putting it on par with the A350-900, but slightly less efficient than its nearest competitor, the A350-1000. However, the trade-off for the GE9X is its thrust output, producing 105,000 pounds of thrust. With an engine this powerful, the 777X will be able to use a takeoff thrust of about 80% of its maximum thrust output, drastically reducing wear on the engine's core. The A350 holds the current record for aircraft with the most carbon composites included in its construction. Up to 53% of its components are made from carbon fiber, considerably reducing its weight. Additional benefits are that in the case of a fire, the fuselage will not burn until the fire reaches approximately 3,600 degrees Fahrenheit. This was recently shown in the January 2024 crash of Japan Airlines Flight 516 in Tokyo. The fire notably did not penetrate the cabin until all 379 passengers and crew were safely off the plane. The 777X uses tried and tested aluminum for its fuselage, with its wings incorporating carbon composites. This is necessary as its wings are some of the largest ever fitted to passenger aircraft, meaning weight saving is key. In conclusion, it is arguable that the A350 could be the better aircraft. While it is true that the average range and capacity of the 777X across all its variants is marginally higher than the A350 across all its variants, the A350 is cheaper by a large margin. The A350 can perform nearly all the same missions as the 777X and has provided real data on reliability and performance for over a decade. Meanwhile, the 777X is on sale, but has not yet flown paying passengers. Therefore, all data collected from it has yet to be fully verified. The A350 is a bold, clean sheet design, incorporating the latest technologies to meet the needs of customers it serves. The 777X, however, has followed a more conservative design, updating an airframe that has been flying since the 1990s and revisiting its aerodynamics. Which aircraft is your favorite? Tell us in the comment below.